Oh, God.
My Sprite!
Your spine's gonna be fine.
Oh,
She said Sprite. Oh, your Sprite. Your Sprite's fine.
My
So,
drink fell.
we are like 2.5 hours away from home and picking up a dream car of mine. So, anyway, Brian Moyer and his dad, Dennis Moyer, are the guys who built our SRT 4-swapped LeBaron, the turbo couch. And before they built that, they built this dual cam swapped 89 Dodge Grand Caravan turbo. And it's got a lot of cool stuff on it. It's got a lot of parts I can use. The shell is not in bad shape considering where we are. We are pretty far north up in Pennsylvania. So they have to make room, they have to make space, they got to clear up the area. So I'm here and I'm gonna pick up the van at least, and then maybe make a deal about getting the getting an engine for the SRT later. The van is currently sitting on 4 flat tires. I brought 4 questionable tires with me. We had a hell of a time getting here with the tow dolly, but we're here, we're alive, and I'm gonna try and get this loaded up and then we can start heading back home. So, turns out the wheels I brought are the wrong bolt pattern, and this is the first time I've ever come across a turbo van that had big bolt pattern wheels. So that's an interesting problem to have. So luckily my buddy Ryan lives super close to here, and he's got some Ford Fusion wheels that should hopefully bolt onto this. I'm gonna go there, borrow them, and then go back to the shop. That's what I'm up to. So this is what I brought home. It's an 89 Plymouth Voyager turbo van that was 5-speed swapped, dual cam swapped, and twin turbo swapped. Let me show you the engine bay. So you can see here the firewall was hacked out, and the firewall was hacked out so that Brian could mount 2 turbos on here. From what I understand, this manifold was supporting 2 T2 turbos. I'm sorry, T2 meaning Turbo 2 off of like a late model, you know, Daytona and stuff like that. So Brian made this exhaust manifold to run 2 Turbo 2 turbos, and he never really got it to run right before he cracked a piston, or he melted a piston. I'm not sure which he said he did. He built a custom harness, which is, you know, been neglected over the years. But it had a custom harness so that he could run a Hall effect sensor for the coil pickup. And he ran a Mega Squirt and had a stock coil pack on here. And this actually had a dual cam neon cylinder head on the stock 8-valve bottom end. To mount both the turbos, he had to cut out the firewall. And in doing that, he deleted the HVAC system, which is fine because this car was meant to be just a mild street car, meaning he would drive it sometimes. It wasn't meant to be like a daily. But he built the wagon to be his daily, meaning my turbo couch. So I'll show you what the interior looks like. So even though it's sat for, I think, the last 12 years, the interior is still somewhat pretty nice. I mean, there's some rust in here along the bottom of the seat. Either I'm gonna have to replace or fix that. But the dash isn't cracked. It's got a little warpage to it, but it's not cracked. The seats aren't real threadbare. You know, the headliner fell down, but I mean, it's not absolutely destroyed. You know, the door panels are all there. The fabric's not all torn up on them. And it's just, this is just a little mind-blowing to me. And this is the intake manifold that I believe Brian built. So this is a custom short runner intake to fit over the distributor. And that is the throttle body off of a 3.3 van, which is 52 millimeters, which is an upgrade from the stock automatic neon throttle body at 49. But you could have found a 60 or something. But generally, turbo cars don't benefit from huge throttle bodies. Just a little upgrade, and they're a lot better than where they were. And here's some of the piping he made to run the twin turbo setup. And then there's the cylinder head all the way over there. Yeah, if you take a look in there a little bit on the floor, it's got a clutch, and then that's where the firewall was cut out. And then it has that the full stack for the center console, which I haven't seen one of those since the 90s. And something else that I've never seen on any of these is a factory sunroof. And I know that it's factory because the roof itself matches. I ain't getting up there, but that's a factory sunroof that I've never seen one in person. So I'm running out of light because I stopped and took the door off, but this is kind of what the interior looks like. It's just that red crushed color that was, you know, omnipresent in the 80s and 90s. There's the dual cam cylinder head, and all of the lash caps for it are up front. There's one of the 3 intercoolers and one of the 2 turbos that's inside of here. And more of the interior. This interior is pretty complete. So I just spent an hour taking the door off of this so I could get to the interior a little bit better. And then I'm going to try and fix the door. Probably won't give it back on tonight. But yeah, this is another project I'm adding. I didn't have a need for it, and the timing of it was pretty bad, honestly. And my wife was not happy with me at all. She really did not like it at first. But I think she's starting to come around and kind of seeing my thought process for it. And, you know, the only thing that's really going to be useful for me that's on the van right now is the transmission with the limited slip differential and all the 5-speed parts, and obviously the shell. I believe the fuel lines and the brake lines were all recently done, which is very helpful. But as far as the hybrid conversion parts, like the cam gears and the tensioner, I'm not going to be reusing them. I'll probably hold on to them, but I'm not going to reuse them. I'll probably rebuild the head at some point and use that, but yeah, I'm not gonna build a hybrid at any point in the future. I thought I was gonna be able to just, you know, put a new turbo block under it and drive it, but that is not the case with this. But I think with some power washing and you know, some ignoring of rust spots, this could probably be at least not a fun cruiser, but a fun terrorizer. It's not going to be fast. It's not going to take the record from, is it James Reeves, I think, has it, and he goes like mid-10s, low 10s, I don't know. It's not going to go that fast, but it'll be pretty fun. So that's my whole goal for this, just to have fun with it and do it cheap. So yeah, an hour a day will make the jack stands go away, but sometimes you just gotta borrow parts and go steal a new project van from some buddies. Thanks for watching.